Today, I want to show you how you can use GPT to automate the boring presentation creation. Week'll have to create my presentation for the meeting for the work I feel so I exhausted, but on a business setup PO of that I feel so lucky. Earlier, there were no standard way to create a presentation, but with the rise of large language model like GPT, it is possible. Now, in general, presentation contains 3 placeholders to fill. Placeholders are header, content, and images. Header and content can be generated by the GPT, and we will be using Google for images. Here, we'll use serpapi to do that. In this video, you'll be able to create an AI app where you can generate a presentation, just giving a topic. So let's get started. Let's open a folder in Visual Studio Code and create 4 folders named Cache, Design, Generated Presentation, and Images. The cache folder is where we store our generated content, or the PPTX that we have created using OpenAI. The design we store our PPTX design, generated presentation to store our created presentation PowerPoint and images, where we save our download images that we will be downloading from the Google. Once you do that, we'll create a file called app.py, and let's break down how we are going to implement. At first, we'll use OpenAI to create our content for the topic. Then, as a presentation might contain images, so if the slide contain a placeholder for the images, we will download the images from Google and save it. Finally, we will combine all of our content and images to create our final presentation. The first thing we need to do is to import a list of different libraries. I will define each of these libraries later in the video. Also define your OpenAI and serpapi key as this. After that, we will create a bunch of helper functions. The first function we'll be using is create PPT text. This function will ask the model GPT 3.5 Turbo to complete or create our slide or content for the 6th slide, where we'll pass the prompt and ask the model to generate us the presentation about the topic. You can see the prompt. As this write a presentation PowerPoint for the user topic following the structure of the example. Notice do all the presentation ticks for the user and either takes no longer than 250 character, and here is the example that it should stay with, along with the title, slide number, header, and respective content. Here's the example of the text it generates. So this is the example of the text that the GPT 3.5 does for our prompt with a title, slide header for the particular slide, and is content. For the slide 2 is header and the content. The second function will help us to download the image given query using serpapi. If you don't have installed serpapi, open the terminal and write pip. Install the Google serpapi third function. We'll add the content obtained from the function 1 into an PowerPoint. For these, we require a library called PPTX. If not installed, open the terminal and type pip install python PPTX. Here first we read the empty design PPTX, which is in the line 94. Then we open the txt file obtained from the step 1, which is AI.txt, that the file that we have created from the first function. Named create PPT topic, and later paste the content and title in a respective place according to the slide number. If the site contain a place or keeping an image, which can be checked by this, where if the instance is P and picture placeholder, then we'll download the image with a query as a title for the particular slide. Giving the header as a query to download the image using serpapi. Then we'll finally insert it in the slide, and later we'll just save the file as generated slide PPTX, name.pptx. Now let's create a main function that synchronize all the function together. This will act as a wrapper for a 3 function we have created above. We need to input for the topic and username. The username is needed just as in a presentation. The first slide will include the author of the presentation. We give the name for an author, we use author name or username then. We simply write the content created from the OpenAI into the txt file and save in cache folder. Then we'll pass the prepared file to create PPTX, where it will generate text or embed all the element from an AI.txt file to actual presentation design. Now let's test the code for that. We'll just add if name equals to main, and call the function giving topic and creator's name. Here for simplicity, we will use topic as AI and username as Ashish. So run these. Open the terminal and write simply python app.py. You need to fill your OpenAPI key to run this app. After you run this app, The file will be created in Catch a folder with the topic you have selected for now. I have selected the topic AI, so ai.txt file has been created. The file as ai.pptx file will be created in generated presentation. Okay, it is working very well. Now let's try to add a simple UI layer with Streamlit. If you don't know about the Streamlit, it is a framework that allows users to create a web app from the Python code easily, as it provides a wide range of the UI component. So we can import the Streamlit as Saint to install is simple pip install Streamlit and you are good to go. As our main function contains two input, topic and username, so we need two text field which can be simply done as this. We will also create a submit button, and if the button is clicked, we will call the main function, and after completion of the function, we will give the benefit to the user to download the PPTX, which can be done as this. So in the beginning, to make the UI more pretty, what we can do is just add these couple of lines and set the page config, and header is this. Now we are done. Let's test the UI and add the topic you want to create, the presentation, along with your name and hit PPT button and to run the Streamlit app. What we need to do is this. We will just open the terminal and write Streamlit run app. py. Now to create a presentation, add the PPT name as the presentation slide you want to create of. For the demonstration proposed, I use the same as AI with the username of Ashish. Then we will simply click Generate PPT and process will be started. It will take some time and it will give the download button. Now if you click the download button, it will automatically download your file. Now let's check the presentation. So this is the presentation that was created with the topic as artificial intelligence and name of the maker, with the table of content and image in the image placeholder that we discussed above. Now this is the static image I have used just for the demonstration purpose, but if you run the code, it will download obviously. Finally, if you want to create presentation on your own PPT design, you simply need to do is open the blank PowerPoint presentations and choose the design, and select the one you like. Then you need to delete this empty slide that comes by default. To delete the slide, simply click right of mouse and click Delete. After this, save the slide to the location of design PPTX in folder that we have created earlier. So that's all for this video.